Tick-tock! Almost time to meet up with Mornye! Oh, I can't stop thinking about those Space Trek snacks! What are they gonna be, huh?
Rover! Over here! You bet! Just passed all my entrance exams yesterday. Which means today you're officially meeting Lene, first-year student in Star Torch Academy. I really want to hit the road with you again, but I'm kinda on a mental health watch list. If I break even one tiny rule on day one, Miss Lucilla will be dragging me in for a friendly chat. I gotta hold out until I figure out a route that slips past the cameras. Oh, but hey, you got Mornye's email about the Hyvatia detector, right? It's almost go time. How about we hang by the entrance and then we... huh?
Material fatigue, thermal cycles, boundary conditions, initial stress states.
Infraction detected. High wattage devices are strictly prohibited in dormitory zones.
The core differential equation is elastoplastic transition, cyclic strength coefficients.
Please comply with the Star Torch Academy Dormitory Code of Conduct. Issuing first warning. Issuing second warning.
Coefficient correct. Units mismatch. Recalculating.
Non-compliance confirmed. Initiating restraint protocol.
Conclusion, material upgrade required. I'll add it to the agenda for tomorrow's meeting. Right, now, time for the scheduled meeting with Rover and Lene. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I keep you waiting?
Not at all. Actually, you noticed us right as the clock struck the hour. Perfect timing, Professor.
Just a minor short circuit. It triggered a restraint protocol. I assumed it was malfunctioning. Oh, I forgot to disable the reactor emitter in my weapons system. That's probably what it was referring to. Apologies. After this meeting, I need to return to the Space Trek Collective for a presentation. I had hoped to finish some calculations first. I do have other appointments today, but I believe there is time for some light conversation. I wasn't sure what you meant by delicious, so I brought samples from my latest food research.
Yes! I knew it! Professor Mornye's a real gem. Let's get started. We can eat while we talk.
Of course. Come on in. I already tidied up my dorm, so sit wherever you like.
Detected. Strong behavior and spectrum signature match.
We've got the mind-bending herder, the eccentric traffic illuminator, the ghost girl.
Ugh, the smells are all mixed together. It's kind of fishy, and the texture is wet and gooey.
So, it's true, huh? You guys actually made food that tastes awful, but it keeps you running for 3 days straight. I thought that was just a joke.
It's a scientific breakthrough using energy compression tech. It's one of the collective's most iconic achievements. Do you also not like it? Yes, I knew you would understand. In fact, its energy compression efficiency exceeds 95%. That exceeds the benchmark set by both the New Federation and Washu Academy, even nearing the theoretical limit. From a scientific standpoint, it's a far greater achievement than taste. Now, I'd like to review the incident with the Hyvatia detector. Lene, Rover, can you walk me through exactly how you managed to contain it? To summarize, your method of stopping the Hyvatia included blade slashes, repeated shots with coated rounds, and physical force, stomping, striking, until it was rendered inoperable and immobile. Did I miss anything?
Professor Mornye, you're not here to... I mean, it all happened really fast. We didn't have any other way to stop it. Besides, we're just students. We couldn't afford that even if we wanted to.
No, you're misunderstanding. Different damage mechanisms cause distinct failures and require specific repair methods. Damage from certain special resonance abilities is hard to detect through standard diagnostics without prior data, so you two did well to suppress it physically. During the new solar ceremony, the Hyvatia detector is essential in monitoring environmental parameters. I've already passed your report to Professor Anselm. He should complete repairs soon. At the upcoming meeting with the Roya, the Space Trek Collective will need to present a full restoration plan to keep our partnership intact. Yes, though it's a long story. Where do I even begin?
Scanning for offenders. Violation detected. Unauthorized high wattage device in the dormitory. An offender has assaulted this unit. If sighted, report immediately.
Even Professor Mornye isn't safe from Tard-E's wrath, huh? No worries, I got this. I'll draw its attention while you two make for it. 3, 2, 1!
We've got the
Tard-E.
mind-bending herder.
How much power do you run on?
Traffic illuminator.
Standard output.
You could just ask her for help. Thank you. You don't need to go any further. I can head back to the Research Institute by myself. That was an accident. Huh?
Something wrong?
It's a notice from the collective. The Royan delegation cancelled a meeting. The ceremony is now on hold. That's odd. Warren handles Royan communications. I'll ask him what's going on when I'm back at the Institute. Since that slot is free now, I can use the time to recalibrate. That isn't on the list. The new solar ceremony is nearly upon us. It's the culmination of decades of work. Everyone at the collective is giving their all to realize it. Last time we met at the Institute, we made each other a promise. Do you still remember? That's all right. Consider this my official invitation, then. I hope to attend the ceremony together with you. I'd want you there to witness it. The rise of the new sun, and humanity taking their first steps into the future they've built with their own hands. As the ceremony draws near, the Space Trek Collective will become increasingly occupied. Opportunities to meet like this will be rare, but this promise will still stand.
Before my power is spent, I have little time left. The only choice now is to force the Heliogyre to a standstill. The last of its strength I will share with you. So fade you will not. But you must hurry. Before that, take this memory to him. Take it to the one they call Arbiter.
What happened? Are you all right?
I saw someone's memory.
Whoa, you scared me! And just now, a frequency jumped into your tacit mark. It felt like some kind of connection.
Can you trace where it came from, Abby?
Huh? I smell it. Coming from over there.
Good. Let's go check it out. I'm fine now, Mornye. Sorry to worry you. You must need to get back to the Space Trek Collective, right?
That's okay.
But you just...
Good to see you again. You looked shaken just now. I'll stay with you. If it involves more frequency loss, I'd like to stay close to transport you to the infirmary.
transport me?
The frequency that connected with you was coming from here, but now I don't smell a thing.
The voice from earlier said it would share the last of the Heliogyre's strength so it wouldn't fade. It must be that Solaskin. Did it eventually vanish here?
Did you find what you're looking for?
No. The trail ends here. But I saw other things in that memory.
Yes. The Heliogyre is one of the most important components of the new solar ceremony. Hyvatia can monitor environmental data, but raw observational data on the reactor drive can only be obtained from the Heliogyre, a component of the Exostrider itself. Only the Roya tribe can discern the Heliogyre's readings. That's why the collective need their cooperation during the new solar ceremony.
In that memory, I heard a voice say he would force the Heliogyre to a standstill.
A standstill? You're saying you heard a voice asking for help, saying he would stop the Heliogyre's workings. Could that be why the meeting was cancelled?
When I handled the Void Worm, a voice told me to protect the sun. Whoever she is, I don't think she intends harm. She offered to help. For now, I'll do what she suggested. And one thing is certain. The one who knows me by my Arbiter title needs my help. Yet another problem tied to the Research Institute. We shouldn't reveal our plans to them just yet. I need to find out who he is, Mornye. Do you know any Roya who are familiar with the tribe's inner workings?
I do have some Royan students. They might know who he is. It's class hours at the academy. Should we head back?
Help! Help! Maya! Maya! Someone, please help! Otherwise our thesis data will disappear entirely!
Don't worry. If you see a student shouting help and thesis in the same breath, no matter how loudly they scream, it's never really an emergency. But Maya is one of the Royan students I mentioned. Since you're looking for her, we might as well see what it's about.
Oh, calm down, Maya. Calm down. Good. They've stopped for now. Maybe I should just shut them down? No. If I force the shutdown, I'll lose the data. Our thesis. Oh, somebody help.
No. It's just a routine malfunction. But...
Professor Mornye? Oh no, I've been caught out of class. Wait, let me explain. I wasn't skipping class. I'm here for a very good reason. It's not that I don't respect the class or my teachers. So, can you just...
Even if you beg me, credits will still be deducted. Why don't you start by explaining yourself?
Well, these are probe robots from a few days ago. We sent them out to measure void matter concentrations in the tundra. We thought we'd finish collecting the data before class, but when we tried to approach them, they started attacking us. I chased them all the way here. That's why I missed the class today.
The internal exoswarm material was eroded by void matter. That's what caused the malfunction. This should have been covered in your material science coursework. Such material is inherently unstable and can only be used in controlled environments.
I'm so sorry.
For safety reasons, you'll need to shut down the units first, then clean the contaminated parts with void matter. But approaching them right now may lead to further damage. We need a pulse generator to stun them from a distance. I'll submit a request. No, wait! That's against protocol.
Scanning. Target. Eradication.
Never mind. I'll think about how to write the review report later.
Nowhere to hide. One with the sounds.
Stars! Hear my queries! Now, they're back to normal.
Great! Do you think the data...
It's still there. But sending the robots out there broke the experiment protocol. Even if you got the data, it won't count in your thesis.
What? But... Oh, well... Thanks anyway for helping out, Professor Mornye and...
Maya, we do have something we'd like to ask you.
You want to find a Roya in black robes with gold embroidery, wearing a headpiece shaped like two horns? The horns are a symbol of the Exostrider. Shepherds wear them, but no shepherd would wear a robe like that. Could be someone higher up, like the Soul Swarm from the Sol Asylum, or even one of the Heliodic Six.
The Heliodic Six? They're the ones who are supposed to give us the Heliogyre's readings during the new solar ceremony.
That's right. They're the 6 most powerful members of the Roya tribe. The highest in rank, too. I've heard they use the Heliogyre to predict everything, from bird migrations to void storms. They know it all.
How do I meet with one of them?
Oh, that might be hard. They never leave the Sol Asylum. It's surrounded by light all year round. Very few Roya are even allowed to enter. But maybe you could try meeting with one of the unappointed Heliodic Six. Sigrika is currently out researching in the Frostlands. The only other one around is Fossier Ingvar, but he doesn't show himself much. If you want to find him, my mum might be able to help. She's a Royan shepherdess over at Artuya camp. Name's Astrid. Now then, I'd better get back to my class before I lose all my credits. Who knew I'd run into trouble today? I even asked my mum to help me with the robot.
Very good. Good luck with your thesis paper. I'm better at talking with students in class. Did you learn what you needed?
The last person that those robots likely saw before they lost control was Maya's mother. I think we can talk to her under the guise of a friendly house visit.
In that case, I can accompany you as a professor from the academy. As for your identity, it's okay. It will simply be a convenient title. Would it be okay for you to act as my mentor?
But aren't you going to tell me that I should report this to the academy to handle?
I was just thinking of ways to help you find who you're looking for. Your reasons are your own. I trust your judgment. And you can tell me later? Yes. Feel free to give me pointers too, mentor. I think the person I am now can be of help to you. Ready to go to Artuya camp to find Astrid? Ready to go to Artuya camp to find Astrid? Okay, let's go together, mentor. I'm Mornye, and this is my mentor. Let me try that again.
What are you...
Just practicing. I'm not very good at speaking with parents, and this time I don't have an assistant to help write a script for me.
Why don't you leave it to me? You just focus on what you're good at.
All right.
Hi, are you Astrid? Maya's mom?
Greetings. Yes, I am. And you two are?
Yes, and this is Rover, a senior professor at the academy. We've come for a home visit.
A home visit? Has the girl broken any school rules? What? How could she? I am deeply sorry. I should have taught her better. Whatever she has done, I offer my apologies to the Academy on her behalf. Is the punishment severe? If compensation is needed, I will pay for it myself.
Professor Mornye, could you explain how Maya's robot caused the damage?
Yes, as my mentor just explained. She failed to follow the proper protocol. She used unstable exoswarm material in her design, which led the robot to act unpredictably. I've already spoken to her about the dangers of using materials susceptible to void matter during field research.
Void matter? What exactly are you asking? I am sorry. I have not studied at your Startouch Academy. I'm not familiar with your terms.
Her demeanor changed just now. She's hiding something. Maybe more pressure. We need to understand the full scope of the robot's malfunction. We understand that this morning, it was you who helped Maya activate the robots and enable autorun.
Yes, exactly what my mentor said. Please, lead us to the site of the incident. Once we're there, I'll reconstruct the robot's actions from the trace evidence.
No, we can't. If the robot's path is traced, it will expose that thing. I am deeply sorry. Yes, help Maya activate the robots I did, but I can't remember the exact location. Please, you must return.
That's a void storm. How can this be? The collective hasn't received any recent warnings.
We need to ensure the safety of those here first. Questions can wait. Let's go.
That looks like the center of the storm ahead. Let's see what we're dealing with. We're in the Void Storm's range now. Check that your FCR is working. Be careful. The exoswarm here have been contaminated. Modeling complete. Locked in. Guidance ready. Stars, hear my queries. There's something over there.
Down here. Some kind of weird device.
A device? Leave the mechanical work to me. Steady now. Looks like it was this. With this shutdown, the void storm is gone. No, I've just read a lot about this. From its structure, it looks like a canister that can both store and emit energy.
Ah! This is so stinky! Ugh. It smells just like that giant worm you fought. Didn't we deal with it already?
Giant worm? You mean the void worm? Huh, I see. It's capturing frequencies with high precision, storing energy data. It's based on ecological models, tracking activity in natural environments, and reconstructing that data mathematically. A field modulator. Parametric projection. Oh, sorry. Right. Simply put, this device extracted the void worm's frequency and used itself as the epicenter to spread void matter. That storm just now was artificially created. Maya's probe got contaminated because they likely made contact with it by accident.
Huh? Did you guys just hear something?
It's coming from under that heap of exoswarm material. Let's go take a look. It's a Solace skin. Yes, these special creatures typically linger around the Roya tribe. Royan records state that Solace skin first appeared in Lahai Roy the day the Exostrider fell from the sky. They're believed to be fragments of the Exostrider's consciousness. The shepherds protect them, shielding them from void storm contamination until they mature and return to the Solace trees in Biarter Woods. This one must have hidden under the exoswarm wreckage when the void storm broke out.
This feels like what happened back at the academy.
I just saw the Solaskin's memories. That Royan woman planted the device here and triggered the void storm. This Solaskin is the only survivor.
So our suspicions about Astrid are confirmed. Should we go back to the camp and talk to her?
No need. I heard everything. I did place this device here. A few days ago, I was shepherding mature Solaskin to Bjarter Woods when I met Fossier Yngvar. He looked tired, like he had just finished speaking to someone. When he saw me, he looked shocked and left quickly. I saw the device fall from his sleeve. I did not think much of it. I plan to return it to him the next time we meet. But the Solaskin did not like it. It had an unnatural energy. I did not want to keep it at the camp, but I also did not want Yngvar to know I had taken it. So I buried it here. The rest, you already know.
So this device is for Seer Ingvar's. Mentor, what do you make of this? I trust your judgment. This Forseer Ingvar is the one Maya mentioned before. The unappointed member of the Heliotic Six. Could it be an attempt to tighten his grip on power?
No, that is impossible. Each of these successors is chosen when their resonance ability first awakens. Even if someone decides the position, it is impossible to change the appointment.
Meaning no one can threaten Ingvar's position.
But he could harbor animosity toward the current Heliotic Six. Ingvar is still our lead to find them. Things are getting complicated. A direct approach with Ingvar might not be a good idea.
The Solis Islands people usually abide in the village bordering Bjartur Woods, called Haldarheim. It is the time of the right of return. The Soliskin will return to the Solis trees and to the Exostrider. As is tradition, Forseer Ingvar will attend the rite. But you are not Roya. You may not be allowed to witness the rite.
Wait, but we did find this little one here.
Is this the Soliskin you saved? Well, perhaps you may attend as shepherds. Soliskin have been companions to the Roya for hundreds of years. If they hear that you saved one, they will be grateful.
I've never been this close to a Soliskin before. Please let me know if I'm doing something wrong. So, we need to find Forseer Ingvar at Haldarheim's Rite of Return. Is that right? Do you want to leave now? Okay, let's be on our way then.
You two, please halt. From your clothing, I see of my people you are not. What brings you to Haldarheim? Oh, a Soliskin. How interesting. Soliskin trust only those they feel safe with. It's trust you have earned. My thanks for guiding it back. But I must ask, I sense one of you carries the aura of the Space Trek Collective. The other from the vast world beyond the Frostlands. Why come under the guise of shepherds?
Not sure who here knows what Ingvar did. Best not to mention his name. Don't want to stir things up. We rescued the Soliskin from a void storm. We were told they needed to return here for the Rite of Return.
Void storm? You mean the one just before? Then grateful I must be to you both. But ask I must. The Void Storm. It happened near Atuya camp, yes? A shepherdess named Astrid abides there. Saved the stray Soliskin you did, yet entrusted to a true shepherdess you did not. Why come all this way?
I forgot about that. Without a solid reason, he might start to suspect something.
Because Astrid has been hiding something from you.
Your meaning?
Astrid's daughter Maya is a student at Star Torch Academy. She conducted experiments that broke protocol and caused damage to school property. Maya is now facing harsh punishment. Astrid is busy handling the consequences and cannot fulfill her duties as a shepherdess. According to the Star Torch Academy faculty code, as Maya's teachers, it is our duty to address the repercussions of a student's actions. Since Astrid can't shepherd the Soliskin, we must step in to do so ourselves.
I should have known Astrid's daughter would stir such trouble. A tangled weave this time. But she will go to great lengths for her girl. And the Academy's willingness to come this far is unexpected. Forgive my earlier words. You saved the Soliskin and helped our people. The title of shepherd you have earned. Tonight we hold a feast for tomorrow's rite of return. Join us, as a gesture to make amends for my earlier rudeness. Come, from this day forth, the Roya call you friends. Rest at the camp if you wish. The feast will begin at the 8th hour of the night.
There's still some time before the feast begins. Maybe someone here knows something about Foreseer Ingvar.
I don't want to go to the village school. I want to ride a motorcycle.
Cured Kuklow's upset stomach with but a gentle.
When I roamed the world above, what I missed most was the reactor drive's warm glow.
You have really been to the Frostlands above, sir?
Of course. There were giant mech elephants, even bigger than your house. And mech.
Ah, the feast tonight brings new faces. Seems we'll need to prepare enough for 2 more. Ingvar. That boy doesn't come around here anymore. I will speak the truth. After his parents were caught in a void storm when he was a boy, 'twas Axel and I who raised him. A quiet child was he. Few were his friends. When his resonance ability was discovered and the Heliodic Six chose him as a successor, he was overjoyed. No longer will the other children pick on me, he said. But somewhere along the way, he changed. No longer did he wish to take the mantle of the Six. He grew distant, with nary a visit home. Oh well, even if it's but for a meal, it warms the hearth when he returns.
What I missed most was the reactor drive's warm glow.
You have really been to the Frostlands above, sir?
Of course. They were giant snake elephants.
It is time to part, Marigold. Poor Seer Ingvar. Yes, with the right of return on the morrow, we will likely meet him. Truth be told, the Soliskin do not favor him much. We shepherds have little contact with him. Though as one of the successors to the Heliodic Six, his standing is not for us to question. Still, I would hope that the future Heliodic Six is one favored by the Soliskin. Someone like Sigrika, perhaps.
You have made an error. If we follow your calculations, the reactor drive's rotation angle stands at 4.06 thousandths of a turn.
No. It is you who is mistaken. I've recalculated it 8 times, and it is 4.08 thousandths of a turn. Or Seer Ingvar. Oh, we'd have no chance of such a meeting. In the history of the Heliodic Six, those like Ingvar seldom walk among us. If you seek him, your best hope lies in the right of return on the morrow. I still remember how the current eye joined us in such spirited debates of numbers before taking her seat. If she were here now, she would agree that...
She would agree that it is 4.06 thousandths.
No, it is 4.08 thousandths.
When I roamed the world above, what I missed most was the reactor drive's warm glow. Friends, it is time we feast. Tomorrow marks the rite of return, where we send our beloved Soliskin back to the great body of the Exostrider. Into radiant light, they will transform to join its sacred form. Farewell it will be, yet a new beginning as well. For when the Exostrider wakes, we will reunite in its body. Now, let us put aside the sorrow of parting and embrace the joy of new life with good food and drink. But heed this, my friends. Too much drink you will not have. Should you make a fool of yourself in tomorrow's rite, help I will not give.
We will face Seer Ingvar tomorrow. I've simulated 73 possible outcomes, but even so, I can't cover every scenario. want a model that covers all possible outcomes, considering the target system, the chaotic conditions, and the necessary compensations.
You were quick on your feet earlier. You've already got this.
That's because I believed your approach was effective. I tried to follow along. Did I really do well? Good. Phew.
With that in mind, you can relax a bit now, right?
I know. It wants us to give it a name.
Well, since it's really trying to buddy up to us, how about we call it Buddy?
Ah, it seems to like it.
Then it's settled.
Well, that's a relief.
Hello. Will you dance with us and the Soliskin?
Grandfather Axel says the Soliskin are happiest when dancing with shepherds.
Oh, but I'm not good at dancing.
I'll join you. Let's dance with Buddy. What do you say?
Hooray!
Our real battle starts tomorrow. Tonight, let's relax a little, Mornye.
Yes. My mentor should take his own advice too.
Some uninvited guests have arrived.
Where did Mornye go? I'll send her a message. That is something she would say. Not that I know where the 13th planet of Norma is, but at least I can figure out where she is from the picture.
Mentor?
We can drop the act now, right? Or do you think we should continue?
Someone might be listening. We should keep it up to prevent us from being exposed. Do you want to sit for a while? Oh, you noticed. They've been running all day, so their power is low. I plan to wait until they finish charging before coming back. While they charge, I can't move. I feel a bit, embarrassed having you see me like this. It doesn't anymore. Before I had prosthetic legs, I had a condition that kept me in a wheelchair. Now, at least, I don't have to worry about being immobile anymore. I can finally chase after what I really want. I love stars. Beneath Lahairoy's frostlands, the stars here are actually just lights created by atmospheric arrays. Once, someone put it like this to me. It's because we see the stars that humanity imagines what lies beyond the sky. Maybe the stars are humanity's muse. I think so too. But I also believe that reaching the stars isn't enough. There will be a day we build a miracle that lasts longer and is more beautiful than the stars themselves. That's the dream I've carried all this time. And now, I'll use these two legs to take the first step. Exactly. This ceremony is how we retrieve the Exostrider's core energy component. Then we'll use the multiphasic energy conversion model through the superconducting network to inject rebel energy into the neural interface. It will follow a 3-stage activation protocol, the reverse phase oscillation model, then excavation to finally create a phased array energy field. There's still some time left before my legs finish charging. Let's stargaze a little longer. Okay, little buddy. I'll wake him up now. Mentor, you're awake. Something isn't right. We seem to have a situation at the Outer Woods. I detect signs of a void storm in the woods. Waveform. Analyzing now.
So this is what's causing the panic.
The soul children, don't.
What is it that brings you here? With the Void Storm's fury upon us, it is no time to enter Bjartur Woods. This is a disaster not seen in centuries. We have always believed the Solace Tree's light protects the woods from such storms. The rite of return cannot be done. Not in these times.
Let's investigate this together. The signature waveform of this void storm matches the one that device generated before. This is no naturally occurring phenomenon.
When did you have the chance to analyze this?
When my prosthetic legs charge, I prefer to keep my mind occupied. Threat detected. Be careful.
One with the sounds.
Hover modules ready. Guidance ready. I found the device. It's close to the Solace Tree.
Solace Tree? I have a bad feeling about this. One with the sounds.
Stars! Hear my queries! There are so many contaminated exoswarm here. The void matter concentration is also very high.
Maybe the device Astrid had was incomplete. This could be the real deal. Down with the curtain.
Assuming master control. Locked in. Processing complete.
Swift and resolute.
Just like before. When it's disabled, the void storm stops. However... if this really was the work of Foreseer Ingvar, what would make him do something like this?
Do not worry. The path has already been laid. At last. Finally.
Mentor? Mentor! Are you alright? Did you see something again? It seemed worse than last time.
This void storm might not just have affected the woods here, but the workings of the Soul Asylum itself. I think that's why I've been seeing visions of this member of the Six.
Greetings. The Shaper once made a prediction. If a visitor from beyond Lahairoi protects Bjartar Woods from destruction, an invitation to Sol Asylum they will receive. Now, the one from the prediction appears. Sol Asylum awaits your arrival.
Choo. Choo. Choo.
They have their own missions to complete. The road to Sol Asylum is here. Please, follow this path.
Mentor, please, wait a moment. There's something I want to say to you.
What's the matter, Mornye?
I really wish I could accompany you to Sol Asylum, but I think it's best if we part ways here. Yes. When you touched the Solace Tree earlier, and even during your first vision, you looked like you were in intense pain. But I lack the ability to connect with them like you do, and the Space Trek Collective's knowledge doesn't align with the ways of the Roya. In this matter, I fear I won't be of much help. Instead of joining you, I think there are other ways I can contribute, such as researching the unknowns we still face. Yes, Ingvar should have been present at the Rite of Return. Were it not for that void storm, it's reasonable to suspect he's the one who planted the device. Additionally, the environment here is unusual. Investigating these anomalies should help our work here. No, you, my mentor, are still far ahead of me. Well then, I guess this is goodbye for now. You too. Please, take care. I'll see you when we regroup.
Voidstorm in Bjartar Woods.
Predicted what?
Sol Asylum has appeared for...
Heliotic 6 are expecting you, as was predicted.
The dim light here. It's like something I saw in those memories. From this angle, the faint ring in the center is probably the heliogyre they put to a halt. My tacit mark. It's resonating with the star-like object. Seems like I'm able to move it. Aligning the pattern on the star with the heliogyre makes it glow. It's feeding power into it. If I channel light from all directions, I should be able to restart the heliogyre.
Has awakened. It seems the arbiter foretold in the fractured records is you. Yes. With great reverence is your presence here met. Soul Asylum, as you see it, is not as it once was. 5 of the 6 have lost their minds, and the light of the heliogyre no longer flows. This is why I summoned you. You witnessed the void storm in Bjartar Woods, yes? The solace trees shield the woods from such storms. Yet, through malice and dark intent, corrupted were the roots. And so too, the Heliogyre. The others succumbed to the corruption. Only I was able to sever my link to the Heliogyre before the corruption could claim me. With the last of my strength, I turned the 6 stars to halt the Heliogyre and prevent the corruption spread. That, at least, ensured that when my strength failed and I fell into slumber, untouched by others, the Heliogyre would remain. No one, save for one. Correct. As one of the 6, I can glimpse the near future within the Heliogyre. But I am bound here, unable to act. All I could do was send a Soliskin entrusted with my message to you.
That Soliskin vanished just outside the academy.
Because of your actions, the source of the corruption has stopped. The stars are now aligned, and the Heliogyre turns once again. But the other 5 are no more. They can no longer fulfill their roles within the Heliotic 6. I have one final request. But before that, allow me to tell you what the Heliotic 6 truly are. Centuries ago, a calamity awoke beneath the ice. The void devoured all, erasing every trace, every existence. In darkness, the Exostrider's blade sealed the threat deep below. It drew its fiery drive, a light that would never fade, lifting it high over the High sky. Under its glow, the frost did melt, life blossoming with Exoswarm aid. Yet the calamity stirred, its remnants ravaging the living. Thus, the 6 wisest among us became the Heliotic 6. The Exostrider's lens became our Heliogyre. From the drive's turn, the season's laws we discerned. We shed all idle thought to link our minds to the Heliogyre. Our shared cognition converged for mortals to touch the edge of the divine. Since then, the Roya have walked the High Roy for centuries. The 6 shared their computational power, weaving a vast network to reach the Exostrider in a dimension beyond mortal understanding. The data we provided to the Space Trek Collective was interpreted through this network. But now, the only one who can continue the calculations is me. The ones chosen for the 6 are born with resonance with the Heliogyre. It cannot be forced. Now the remaining 5 cannot calculate, and there are not enough worthy successors. Even if the Heliogyre resumes its rotations, unable to interpret its readings we will be. For this reason, the aid I seek is this. With your authority, allow me to bear the calculations of the six alone, and act in their stead.
The Heliogyre was meant to be interpreted by six. If you bear all the calculations alone, what will become of you?
I cannot say. All I know is this. If no one remains to interpret the Heliogyre, the Void Storm's occurrences will be unknown. Life will once more fall into peril. The Space Trek Collective's decades of effort in preparing for the new solar ceremony will come to nothing. Since the moment I was brought to Sol Asylum as a child, I have never once seen the world beyond. In the Heliogyre's light, do I glimpse the universe. And in seeing life rejoice under my protection, do I take comfort. This has long since become second nature to me, a part of my life. So now, what I bear is not glory or burden, but duty. Arbiter, please, grant me this authority.
I respect what you wish to persist. This is...
Soon, a great calamity will fall upon the High Roy. I will share all that I know of the Heliogyre with you. When you call, answer, I will.
Residual void matter corruption. I need to find a way to cleanse it. That sound. Is it Buddy?
Save your strength for the calamity ahead, Arbiter. The children will help. The rite of return The ritual that once sealed the calamity deep underground. Just now, the children have offered their strength. The Heliogyre can once again begin its rotation.
Useless fool! I told you to destroy the Heliogyre completely.
I'm sorry, but there's a reason for this. Some uninvited guests threw off the whole operation.
Save it. I don't want to hear your excuses. At this point, our entire plan has fallen apart because you screwed up. And to think, I went out of my way to get a pass for you to the new Federation.
No, I'm begging you, don't leave me here. I'll do anything, just tell me what you need.
Ugh. You're lucky the one at the top gave someone as pathetic as you one last chance. There's the other visitor in Bjarta Woods now, correct? Some crippled scientist. Find her. Make sure she doesn't make it back to the collective.
Well, since Mentor is already headed to the Heliogyre, I'd best get started on what I can contribute. There are signs of void matter contamination in the plants and water. If I follow these traces, I should be able to find the source. Threat detected. Modeling complete. Hover modules ready. Command mode engaged. Authorizing maximum output. Found it. This must be where the contamination is coming from. Heavy encryption, but it's sloppy. There we go. It's a test chamber. They were simulating what would happen if the solistries were contaminated by the void storm. It feels wrong. Energy consumption increasing. A terminal. It must belong to the owner of this. It's encrypted. If I can open it, there's bound to be information about this device and its owner. The password can only be entered once. I could force it open like I did last time, but the risk is unknown. Efficiency first. Threat detected. Modeling complete. Hover modules ready. Access confirmed. Attack confirmed. Processing complete. Modeling complete. This is a Space Trek Collective project proposal. Evaluation result. Proposal not approved. And these marks on the devices. Looks like I'm going to need her help again. Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you as well. So their plan wasn't just to disrupt the Heliogyre by unleashing the Voidstorm in Bjartur Woods. They also planned to...
Scientist. Crippled. It's you. All I have to do is get rid of you!
I'm not really good at dealing with this kind of conversation. Access to this lab? Wearing Royan attire? You must be Ingvar, one of the successors to the Heliotic Six.
Heliotic Six. The Six. Just because of my resonance ability, would I be forced to spend my entire life trapped in that Heliogyre? They call it Aroya's highest honor. But did they ask if we wanted that fate? Everyone acts like they respect me. But the only one who truly wants to help me is that good lord from outside the tribe.
From outside the tribe? You've joined forces with the Fraxidus?
Huh? What's that? Who cares? I just know that person promised that if I placed the device near the solace tree, my wish would come true. Then I'd finally escape from this frozen wasteland and go start a new life in the new Federation.
You have no idea what you're doing, and no idea who you're aligning yourself with. This project proposal comes from the Space Trek Collective, dated 10 years ago. It outlines an idea to use the drive's emergency response mechanism to artificially make it fall from the sky. And the method for triggering this mechanism is to pollute the solace tree's root system with void matter, making the reactor drive determine that the Threnodian had breached the lock.
You're saying that because I dropped that device there? The drive is going to...
Mornye, the Heliogyre is operational again. We can get the readings you need for the new solar ceremony. But something happening out there isn't right.
Yes. Once I handle something here, I'll regroup with you. Move aside. Before the drive falls completely, I need to go back to launch Helios.
No. His orders were clear. You don't go anywhere. After that, no matter what happens to Lahai Roy, I'm going to the new Federation to start my new life. You're just a cripple. I won't let you stop me now.
It's been a while since I've heard someone talk like that. Since I had these legs, anyway. I've been told that in situations like this...
Wait a second!
I should make my displeasure very clear. All right. Now it's about time I catch up with my mentor.
Mornye!
Let's go, mentor. We need to get to Space Trek Collective quickly. The Fraxidus tricked Ingvar into working for them, but their real goal is to send the reactor drive crashing to the ground. I've already alerted the Academy to How are things on your end? Any danger?
All good. The Heliogyre's back online. I now have direct contact with Sol Asylum and can relay the data you need for the new solar ceremony. It's time for the final step.
We're running out of time. I'll use my resonance ability to create a more efficient path. Please, hold on tight.
Huh?
The moment we launch Helios, we'll need the raw observational data from Sol Asylum. Are you ready?
Yes. The Shaper has already shared all the Heliogyre's data with me. I can access it anytime. Everything's set. Let's complete our mission.
Where is Anselm at a time like this? Who else can calibrate Hyvatia? Cody, Vance, examine the orbital status of Helios again. Also, the propulsion system needs to be double-checked.
Professor, do you really plan to launch it without the raw data?
I understand your concerns, but we are on the verge of a disaster. The Collective can't just sit by and watch it happen. This is my decision as the supervisor of this project. I will bear the consequences.
No need for that. We've established contact with the Roya tribe and obtained the drive's raw data. We can proceed with the new solar ceremony as originally planned.
Professor Mornye. Did you just say you managed to obtain the data? Wonderful news. I'll prepare the connective instruments for you.
There's no need for us to continue pretending anymore. Warren, or should I say traitor, aligned with the Fraxidus.
That is a serious accusation, Professor Mornye.
I know. I meant it to be. You must be very familiar with this device, Warren. You handcrafted it to avoid leaving usage records. A clever idea. But since it is a personal creation, the marks left behind are like fingerprints. These are your marks. They've betrayed your deeds. Warren, you've desecrated the hard work of everyone involved. Anslem's experiment accident, your current position in the project. It seems the Fraxidus played a part in both, didn't they?
That is a lot of assumptions and conjectures, with no evidence. I could easily sue you for slander.
You're right. All I have right now are assumptions and conjectures. But my ultimate goal isn't to have you face justice today. Once we've identified the suspects, we'll have plenty of time to gather the evidence. What I need in this moment is for you to step down as supervisor of this project. The one taking over will be me. One more thing. Your subordinate provided us with some key evidence already.
You want me to testify against Professor Warren? That's practically perjury. Sure, I could work some verbal magic, but honestly, I don't even know who I'm dealing with on the other side.
It is a dirty tactic, but it's effective. I'm confident in my analysis of those devices, but we'll need the university's verification to use them as evidence. In the limited time we have, the quickest way to detain Warren is your testimony.
Professor Mornye...
You can keep this recording. If I'm wrong, it'll be your guarantee later. Or you can refuse.
Nice working with you then.
Thank you. It's a pleasure working with you as well.
How did that traitor manage to...
I have already notified the collective. The investigation will start soon. From here on out, Rover and I will be overseeing the launch procedure. All Space Trek Collective personnel, to your stations. Rover, please input the drive's raw observational data into Helios.
Shaper, can you hear me?
Of course. To you, have all the Heliogyre's readings been transmitted?
Then everything is ready. Let's commence with the new solar ceremony.
Pressure in the reaction
have
chamber
entered the
is
final
stable.
launch check sequence.
Preparing to
Wave
open the
launches
energy
no
output
anomalies.
channel.
Helios launch sequence initiating.
Void matter module calibration complete.
Core energy system operation normal.
Hatch doors open. Propulsion system primed and ready.
Helios is ready for launch.
Pre-burner ignition successful.
5, 4, 3, 2. Let our light shine in the sky.
Helios approaching target altitude. Progress 16%. 47%. 92%. Warning, light output decay exceeds expected rates.
Sensor failure detected. Data reading compromised.
Unresponsive. Control program failure.
Cause found! The Hyvatia detector signals are jammed. Large-scale, highly concentrated void matter detected on the surface. It's surpassing the measurement threshold. Calibration can't continue.
At a time like this. Adjust the measurement location. No, if the impact is this widespread, any adjustment would be pointless. Modify the detection components. No, even if theoretically feasible, there's no time to construct them. What about high-powered void matter neutralizers? No, without the drive's light, all energy components will be inoperable. Oh, sorry, I'm just... The launch failure is caused by the detector's inability to measure the drive's operating parameters. That's due to the high concentration of void matter interfering with the readings. There are two potential solutions. We could increase the detector's tolerance to void matter, or we could eliminate the surrounding void matter. But neither of those options are feasible in the time we have. That's not realistic. The only places that aren't affected by void matter right now are Bearter Woods and Star Torch Academy under the protective barrier, or the Institute thousands of meters above. High altitude. Do we have spares for Hyvatia's measurement modules?
Yes. Researcher Anselm left behind several prototypes. I'll go fetch one from the warehouse. But what do you intend to do with them?
The eyes of the gods have failed us. So have our machines. Now, we move forward with our own hands.
Leave it to me.
As expected, the reactor drive is protected by aggressive exoswarm acting like the immune system. It appears to actively absorb surrounding void matter to maintain the drive's stability. Contact with its claws is highly hazardous. Be cautious. Weapons free. Attack formation! I'm detecting strong energy signals from the target. Please be careful. Command mode engaged. Guidance ready.
Swift and resolute.
Assuming master control. Correcting posture. Modeling complete.
Bad timing. One more time.
Some minor fixes will suffice. Deploying force field. Hover modules ready.
One with the sounds.
Modeling complete. All targets in sight. Locked in. Initiating criticality protocol. Order executed.
Swift and resolute. One with the sounds. Down with the curtain. Show be...
Assuming master control.
Yes.
All you authorizing maximum output. Attack confirmed. Locked in.
Swift and resolute.
Watch its position, Mentor. Assuming master control. Initiating max power output. Suppressing target. Suppression complete. Now's your chance. Stars, hear my queries. Processing complete. Guidance ready.
One with the sounds. None shall whisper.
Approaching the target location. Preparing to receive data.
Void matter concentration is increasing. Abnormal expression detected in the reactor drive. Evacuate immediately. Repeat, evacuate immediately.
We have already come this far. So I'll take that final step myself. Pity. I don't want to say goodbye yet.
Data received. Analyzing. Professor Mornye, are you there? If you hear this, please respond.
That light just now. Mornye must have entered the reactor drive.
Rover, the Space Trek Collective is connected to your vehicle and will provide assistance. We can't reach Professor Mornye. You're our only hope now.
Leave it to me. I'll find her. This should be enough for what I need.
The light gets worse the closer we get.
Rover, the disturbances within the drive are growing unstable. Professor Mornye is being consumed by it.
Faster. I need to move faster. So, let's try out the Institute's new tech.
Whoa! You can do that?
Approaching the reactor drive, diverting max power to the hover cannons.
Mornye, you've already done so much. Just leave the rest to me.
Are you leaving Lahairoi?
Yes. Sometimes, only by saying goodbye can there be progress and change. After all, even if I leave, Lahairoi will still continue forward on its own feet. Isn't that right?
Reached you this time, Mentor.
Report. Data analysis complete. Helios is operational again.
How wonderful. The sun. So beautiful.
Over here! First, the good news. They've crossed my name off the mental health watch list. I'm finally free! And the bad news. Since I kinda did some falsifying during the investigation, they said I breached the rules. But since I did it to make sure the bad guy didn't get away with anything, and I actually helped out, the final verdict is I'll still have to stay on the mental health watch list for a while. Well, once you have your suspect, the rest is easy. Plus, there's one teacher whose forte can wring out the truth from anyone. But I do have Professor Mornye to thank for sending an official email that explained everything. That's the only reason they believed me. I guess that means it'll be harder to skip her classes now. Dr. Herson said she was overclocked for too long. I'm worried. Yeah, you're right. Let's go check on her. I bet knowing we're thinking about her will help her bounce back faster.
Hello. May I ask if you are Rover? I'm here to inform you that Professor Mornye has just woken up.
About the notes you lent me last week, I spotted a few.
Please wait! Don't come in yet! Sorry. My body... I still can't move like I normally do. I've gone through rehab before, and it's been a while since this happened. Don't worry. I can handle this much on my own.
Professor Mornye, how are you feeling now? Dr. Herson said you were in bad shape. It's great to see you've recovered a little.
To be honest, at that time, I didn't think I'd make it. But when I was drifting in and out of consciousness, I thought I saw a girl within a light blue ring.
A light blue ring? Can you describe what you saw in more detail?
I can't be sure, but I think she protected me.
It sounds like the girl Mornye saw is the same one I encountered when I first got to Lahai Roy. She's able to go up against the Thenodian herself and appear in the reactor drive. She's connected with the Exostrider and the Thenodian in ways we still don't fully understand. Figuring out who she is and what happened to her will be the next big task.
Rover? Rover! Hey! Stop spacing out! To celebrate Professor Mornye waking up and the crisis being averted, don't you think we should? Nothing beats the wind on your face, especially when the three of us still don't have a group picture.
A photo under the new Helios. Sounds like it'll make a good souvenir.
Yes. Witnessing the rise of the new sun together. That's also the promise between the two of us, Mentor. Let's go.
So, not bad, huh? Back in the day, whenever I was stressed about the future, hanging out here always made me feel a little better. Look, now we can just enjoy the breeze without a care in the world.
I used to think that when I saw this view, I'd cry because my wish would be fulfilled. But now, when I see Helios's light pouring over the land, with the ancient frostlands and people who've been here for only a few decades sharing the same warmth, I just think, what a beautiful sight.
Well, let's scream that from the rooftops! To freedom!
To civilization.
To new beginnings.
Three days ago, when Helios was launched, we registered an unexpected spike in void matter concentrations near Hyvatia. It interfered with the launch. We're still unsure what triggered the surge, but after comparing the waveforms with the device Professor Mornye brought back, we suspect it was an artificially induced void storm. And we found you unconscious close by.
Dr. Herson, I really can't remember anything.
You can relax. Professor Lucilla has already given you the clear. You're not a suspect. I'm just here for protective oversight. Acting as your personal bodyguard, you might say.
Aren't you the campus doctor? And you're here to protect me?
A doctor's duty, isn't it? But there is one thing I need your testimony on. Before you fainted, who did you see?
Good day, gentlemen. Hyvatia's routine maintenance has been completed. I'll be on my way.
Who's that? Oh, never mind. No time to think about that. Dr. Herson, the Academy's review committee thinks that what I've said is unbelievable. But if you're willing to trust me... Before I passed out, I saw myself.
It seems my hastily chosen pawn has proven to be utterly ineffectual. It appears I'll have to add the final flourish to push the story to its climax. But no matter, no matter. I'll simply chalk this up as a poor judgment call. A band of fools who enacted a farce. Oh, such a pity, though. With this piece expended, the chapter where the girl forms her bond with a Threnodian must be delayed. But that is a tale to be savored later, right?
Mentor, the wind may have messed your hair.